Hey, James.
Yeah, JD?
You suck, you jackass.
Thanks, Dad.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD, and this is my co-host.
This is a podcast? This isn't real life? Whoa!
Whoa. A lot of things have happened this week, James.
A lot of things have happened this week.
Well...
Hey, JD, are we ever going to do one of these intros normally?
What do you mean? That was the norm.
Yeah, it's the norm, but I mean normal than the norm.
You want a boring intro is what you're saying?
No.
I mean, let's redo it. Let's redo it. Rewind the episode.
No.
Rewind the episode. Hi, my name's JD. I'm the host of the Crapshoot podcast. This is my co-host, James.
Hi, I'm James, and I'm mentally depressed.
Also called Jimmy. I call him James. Hi. Other people call him Jimmy. This works like that.
A
lot of things have happened this week.
Yeah, a lot of things have happened this week.
Number one, Burger King foot lettuce.
I was on the verge of saying it, but then you said it faster.
Yeah, I was like, oh crap! I didn't know what to say after number one, and I was like, oh wait.
How does improv work?
I can improv it like how what was that guy who did the Burger King foot lettuce? What is his name? Skills?
Oh, I have no
Scares?
clue.
Chills.
Was it? It wasn't Scarce, was it?
It's Chills, I think.
Chills?
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
You sure it wasn't Corpse, famous creepypasta reader?
First up on the crapshoot, James, you're unemployed now. Welcome to.
I wasn't expecting you to say that. I was like, "Oh, you're about to surprise me with something." You're unemployed.
Welcome to the pool of unemployed people.
Oh wow!
I'd like to welcome you to the family. We really don't do a lot here.
We drive our life a quarter mile at a time, but that's because that's all we can afford.
You know, every journey starts with a single step, but sometimes you take steps backwards.
Sometimes you got to tiptoe, so it takes.
Sometimes you take steps in the wrong direction.
Sometimes
you forgot your Nike shoes that help you at run.
Sometimes gravity just gives out, so you start stepping upwards, and then you realize, oh no, I'm falling. But you're not falling. You're flying.
Sometimes you step on other people's feet.
Sometimes people's feet step on you. But that's when you develop a vendetta. And you
but that's okay.
Down for doing so.
Because as long as you remember this one thing.
You get your revenge.
I'm sorry?
What? With New York.
Describe your work experience in a 1 minute summary, please.
Too much racism.
Awesome. Thank you so much, James. I did say 1 minute, but that was more like 1 second.
I thought you said one sentence.
How's your therapy going with the whole stopping being a racist thing? Racist therapy, I think they call it.
Ouchie. I accidentally cut under my fingernail and I'm bleeding now.
Oh man, karma's a bitch.
Oh man, if only I did something to deserve this though.
Oh, I mean, other than being a horrible racist?
I really don't want to misconstrue it for the audience. I wasn't. Like, this is a joke and everything, but I don't know if they'll understand it.
There's nothing's a joke on this show. Everything is completely serious. I mean every single word that I say when I say it at the time.
So what you're saying is that you're lying when you say
and when I say that I absolutely despise Pacific Islanders, it's true. What even are they?
Ooh.
Where are they even?
It's such a specific audience to target. Like, man, you went straight for the throat.
The throat of Pacific Islanders, yeah. Like imagine living on a piece of land that's surrounded by ocean.
By the way, I was gonna check your channel because I was like, oh, JD must have like a ton of like new subscribers because he's probably reaching the end of that Genshin Impact game.
Yeah.
And then I look at you got 22. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I look down and I see your newest video.
What's wrong with it?
James' obsession with making game characters.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to clickbait that, but I was like, maybe I should just describe it as exactly what it is.
Thank you for doing the outline of Renegade, by the way. You just straight up, you did a good job cutting them out.
Yeah, it's I did it by hand, and I did it by having I took the largest size that the cutout thing could hold for the drawing cutout, and I just eyed that bitch.
You know, Jay, I feel bad for saying this now, but if you'd messaged me, I could have just sent you one that was already done like that.
No, I take pride in being able to do it myself.
Because I had to make a size chart of all the characters for when the artist was drawing the group picture.
Did my character fit in there? Because he's so tall and jacked?
Because he's a... Sorry, I just hiccuped. Because he's a 5'4" goblin.
Yeah.
Man, I've had so much fun with just your character's background and history.
Yeah, I guess
I know I talked about this during one of your other videos, I think, but it's just really fun to play with Jimi Dango.
Hey, Jimi Dango as a character is amazing, dude. He's lovable. He's kind of a scumbag, kind of despisable.
JD, no one really I can't stress enough that you and Freddie Wong of the Dungeons and Tatties podcast literally made the same character.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, they're both lovable scumbags who have a ton of like child problems.
Really?
Yeah, like when I was listening to the podcast while making the one that we're doing, I'm like, I'm noticing a lot of similarities between our group.
Oh, you know what? Great minds think alike.
I don't know about that.
Oh, you're saying Freddie Wong's not a great mind?
No, I'm saying he put thought into his character, and then you were like, this is a joke character because no way we're actually making a podcast.
Yes and yes, but actually no.
I love how great your character turned out, too.
Yeah, what can I say? I'm great at fleshing out characters.
He was created so poorly. You had to redo his whole character sheet to fucking fix it.
Just the skills, though. Not his traits. Just the skills. He was already a perfect man.
I stopped bleeding, by the way.
With flawed skills. Oh, that's great. Did you put a bandage on it?
No, I just kind of sucked my finger.
Okay.
Because if I have to put a band-aid, then I have to get up and walk away from the podcast.
Right. Because who would do anything if you were to be distracted from the podcast at any point?
I think I brought this up last episode too, but also I consistently upload now.
Yes, James' channel is no longer a desert. Now it's a desert with some cactuses in it. Cacti.
It's a desert, but there's a few water bottles in the middle of it somewhere.
Yeah. And if you take the time to walk over to them, you'll figure out that those water bottles are actually empty. So you've been trolled.
No. I've been putting more effort into the video, so not technically. It's no longer me just putting a picture and like audio.
Half-filled water of Dasani in the middle of a desert, surrounded by cactuses.
My videos now have effort put into them because when you watch them, there will be things happening in the background, and there's little characters for you to look at in the front of the screen. Oh yeah, right. You're a little avatar, dude. Yeah, I should make you one.
What would mine look like?
I don't know.
You better be tall, jacked, and handsome.
Hold on, I'll just send you the one I made for Noah. It's basically
the same thing.
I swear to God, the one I made for Noah is basically the joke that we have about you, of what you look like.
That's awesome. Oh, speaking of podcasts, you know what I listened to like one episode of Moist Critical's podcast, Charlie's podcast. The what was it called? The Official Podcast.
Yeah, that's the name of it.
Podcast. And I gotta say, man, for a podcast with 4 people on it, there's an awful lot of dead air, but it's kind of charming.
I haven't watched any of it. What is it? What is it like other than?
Well, I mean, it's them sitting around. It's like us, pretty much. It's just they're like, "Yo, you got time for a podcast?" Yeah, and they sit down on their desks and they're just like, "All right, let's talk about stuff." They're like, that's the one for Noah.
Yeah, I like made it very exaggerated, like he had giant muscles. Yeah.
You slap some glasses on there and boom.
It's JD, except
it's me.
You don't have You don't have Vegeta hair.
No, I don't. I mean, I could, but I won't.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna literally draw glasses on and give you like shaggy hair, and then draw a design on the shirt and just call it you.
Yeah.
if if I ever it's facing the right direction, so I don't have to correct that, and it's already translucent in the back and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. Gotta say, I'm a big fan of your art style.
Thanks. I learned it from watching way too much Ed's World and not being able to draw the characters correctly.
That's awesome.
That's literally how my avatar came about. Was like I was just watching Ed's World. I was like, okay, I'm gonna draw me, but in the Ed's World style. And I drew it. I'm like, wow, this doesn't look anything like it, but I kind of like it.
Wow, this looks like Ed's World, except not.
It's got the same mouth. That's the thing. I drew the mouth correctly.
You draw the eyes correctly too.
Yeah, technically.
I guess it's a little bit hard to mess up the eyes.
According to Tom and John's character.
Should I use this as the thumbnail for this episode? And the episode's continuing it?
Yeah, just slap my avatar and the picture of Noah's avatar on. I'll just, you know what? Here's the thing. I'll do the not the bowl cut, the shaggy hair, the glasses, and then I'll write JD on the shirt.
Yeah, okay. That would be really
so fucking stupid.
Of course, I'd have a shirt with my own name on it.
Any 20-foot tall, jacked, buff guy would.
Any self-respecting, handsomest person on the planet would have a shirt with their name on it and wear it only.
I mean, the Magic School Bus kids had the initials for their names on their shirts, so why not?
Yeah, it's
if anything to go by.
It's a creed to live by.
What are you, a Mandalorian?
Yeah, except my religion is not guns, but iron, lifting iron.
Lifting iron and anime.
Lifting iron while watching anime.
Wait, hold on, JD. This just made me think. If we ever do actually do the power hour thing,
yeah,
you have to wear a muscle suit.
Why? Why would I need to wear a muscle suit with my current body?
No, I know, but legitimately, just to keep the joke going, we have to get you a very shitty muscle suit and platform shoes.
No,
so
but
you're just severely tall.
Yeah, realistically, I look like a really scrawny person with clothes on.
But you're not. That's the thing. It's insane. You look it, but you're not.
Yeah, I think it's because I wear really shaggy clothes. And when you wear really large clothes, it just makes you look smaller.
See, that's why I call you Saitama, because he has the he has the very loose, baggy like suit and everything. And you don't know he's buff, but then all of a sudden everything gets serious and he's just super shredded.
Yeah, he pulls out like the Spider-Man Homecoming suit that like auto fits his body type.
God, I hate it.
Yeah, he like pulls some strings and it just zoop, sucks in all the fat. Maybe I actually need to get if I could get Saitama's sweater that he usually wears, the one that says the one that has like the two pictures of boobs on it, but like
does he
says Opie on it? Yeah.
Wait, should that be the cosplay we do for Level Up Expo? You're Saitama and I'll go as, oh fuck, what was the robot's name again?
Genos.
Genos, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you are blonde.
Yeah, I'm blonde. I don't need the. See, that's the thing I like. I just don't want to wear a wig if I ever do a cosplay.
Yeah, me neither. Good thing that most main characters in anime are like black-haired, black-eyed, Asian dude-looking dudes.
Well, JD, if you took your glasses off, you look just like every anime main protagonist.
That's crazy. It's almost like they're based on the average look of the Asians. There.
Wow.
Everything except Naruto.
No, Sasuke.
You're right. Sasuke is the real main character. Naruto's just a side plot.
Naruto's some side bitch.
Yeah, Naruto's a side bitch created by the bourgeoisie in order to promote their communist agenda.
Fueled by Ronald Reagan. Okay,
Endorsed
so
by Ronald Reagan.
maybe we should do that instead. We'll do a Naruto cosplay. You'll be Sasuke, and I'll be Sakura.
The useless one?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Did you know they try to make her strong in Shippuden?
I haven't watched it yet,
but it
that's what
ended
I've
up that
heard.
she's useless anyway.
What a great character.
You know what her power was pretty much? It's Shippuden.
Dude, I have no idea what her power is, but I've been so interested because she's like the third main character, but I've never understood why.
Oh no, non-main character. No. Side
She
bitch.
said, damn.
I don't know. I don't think she had I don't think she had a power in the original Naruto, but in Shippuden, what her power was, or how she got strong was they just gave her super strength.
Yeah.
But like every character has super strength. So she's kind of weak because she can't do anything except, punch rocks and stuff.
What a great show.
Yeah, I think in the ending fight, I think she is like a healer, I guess, as every woman is in anime.
Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah, so I think she does heal, but yeah, she's supposed to be super strong, just physically. Maybe they should have gave her like rippling muscles, like Abby from Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Like if Sakura turned into Abby.
Yeah.
Just beat the crap out of people. That would be funny.
Now I'm excited.
Yeah, but then there wouldn't be any point to Rock Lee. Because then they'll just be like,
So
oh, well, Sakura's just a better Rock Lee.
What you're telling me is that Abby from The Last of Us 2 and Rock Lee are the exact same character.
Yeah.
Just gender swapped.
Yes. And Rock Lee's a bit more scrawny, but yeah.
Man, I really don't understand. So this is going to probably sound really, it's not going to be that off topic, but I don't understand why people disliked The Last of Us 2 as much as they did.
Well, it's because
like I know
they just don't like Abby. I'm pretty sure as a character. That's the only reason, as far as I can think of. And also because the main story plot or the main theme of it was not that interesting. Because did you play the first game?
No, I didn't own a PlayStation, so a lot of time for PlayStation games I had to watch people, but I still had the same sort of enjoyment, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Not
because
playing it.
I played the first. Actually, that was my first like console game, pretty much. Other than the Wii, I had a Wii, but the PS3 was my first like console.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the first, and they came with The Last of Us, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll play it. And I was a kid then, and even as a kid, I was like, wow, this is a pretty interesting story, and I don't know why it's interesting, but it is. And then like fast forward to Last of Us 2, because the first Last of Us, I guess other people already talked about it, but it's like a story about like a lost father, pretty much. Like his daughter dies right in the beginning of the game, so like he becomes like a grumpy old man because of it. But he finds like Ellie, and there's like their relationship, and that's the whole story pretty much, is them developing like a father-daughter relationship. And it's beautiful. But Last of Us 2, I could describe the entire plot with one word: revenge. And revenge is bad, and that's basically it. That's the entire story.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and also I guess it's because his death wasn't or Joel's death wasn't handled as well as it could have been.
I don't know. I think it was he was killed. I mean,
yes, but the way he was killed, it's because in the first game when you played it, it establishes him as like kind of a really street smart dude, because he's been surviving in the apocalypse for 20 years, right? And like whenever he meets a stranger, he's pretty much like kill him or leave him and never talk to him again, pretty much. Like he just distrusts everyone.
But then when we go into the second game,
yes,
he has joined a larger community, he's become more trusting, and he's also become an older man.
Yes, but he's only been that way for 4 years compared to the 20 years. Yes, it's 4 years. No, it's 4 years. So he's been in the community for 4 years. Meanwhile, all of his experiences over 20 years. And like, keep in mind that he knows that there's people after him, right? After what he did 4 years ago. So then, like immediately, right when they meet Abby, his brother's like, "Yo, my name is Tommy. This guy is Joel. Let's go to your hideout full of people, armed strangers who we don't know, hanging right outside town." And then they go in there, and they're like, "Yo, by the way, once again, I'm Tommy. He's Joel." And they're like, "Oh, Joel, let's kill him." But they don't know what who Joel looks like, right? They just know he's like an old man kind of guy. So as far as they know, they could just be killing a random Joel.
They're just killing every Joel they meet. I mean,
because they didn't say his last name. They just said Joel. So then they're like, so they just shoot him in the leg, and it's like, oh my god.
I don't know. It's a pretty good safety precaution if you ask me.
Every Joel you meet, but the thing is that scene, the way his death was handled, probably could have been a bit smarter from a writing perspective. But you know, it's not quite that he died, or he died is the reason why people are angry. It's because Abby too is kind of a reason. It's because I think so. What happens is, so they save Abby, right? Like Joel and his brother Tommy, they save Abby from like zombies, right?
Right.
And they take her back to her hideout. And instead of like, there's like no hesitation from Abby's side, she just straight up shoots him and then like beats him to death with a golf club right in front of his like, his like pretty much adopted daughter, right?
Right.
So and then like later in the game, it switches to Abby's perspective for like 10 hours, and they want you to be like down for that.
Empathetic.
You know? Yeah, they want you to be like sympathetic with Abby, like, oh man, Joel killed her father, you know? Like the surgeon, he killed her father, and that's pretty messed up. But like the thing is, that impact, like frankly, no one cares about Abby's father or whether he died or not, right? Because at this point, all we know is that like Ellie came in and was like, yo, don't kill my dad, pretty much. Because she was like crying and everything on the floor. But then Abby's like, nah, golf club. 4, and it just smacks Joel in the face or in the head and just beats and kills him, right? So yeah, I don't know. I don't quite like the character Abby. I think the voice actress was amazing though. So
Laura Bailey.
Yeah, Laura Bailey, amazing performer.
Dude, they got so many people from the Critical Role fucking cast. Really? Yeah, dude. They had Laura Bailey's husband, Travis
Scott?
Fuck. No. Oh no. It's Travis something, but him and Joe Manganiello. I think you know who Joe Manganiello is, right?
Nope.
Dude, how do you not? He's like the buffest. He's Deathstroke.
Joe who?
Joe Manganiello.
Joe Manganiello?
Joe Mang. Yeah, just search up Joe Mang and it'll pop up and you'll see what I mean.
Okay. Because I thought you were going to hit me with like a Joe Mama joke. I'm like, who's Joe?
I'm not that pathetic.
So Joe Mingo?
No, Joe Manganiello.
Mangel.
Manganiello.
Oh, okay, got it.
So this guy is like, he is referred to as the ambassador of D&D because he's such a huge fan. He has like a ton of like, he plays this custom game with a bunch of like rich people who play D&D.
He does not look like he's really into D&D.
No, he does not, but it's so exciting. He wears a buff nerd shirt, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember which movies I've seen him in. Wait, he's in Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, he's Flash Thompson.
He's Flash Thompson for Spider. I was like, he looks so similar to someone I know.
But yeah, he also plays Deathstroke in the new Justice League movie and everything, which they just filmed a whole new scene for him to play and everything. It's why he has the mohawk he currently has now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I think he shaved. But anyways, yeah. So him and Travis are like best friends and everything. Anyways, that got really off topic, but
that's fine.
Yeah, okay. In The Last of Us 2, you remember the really big? It was the group that like captured Abby.
Yeah.
The really big fat guy and everything who had the glasses on. It's very.
The thing is, Last of Us 2 also suffered from kind of a side character problem, where no one really gave a crap about side characters. I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know. I kind of like that the like the way that the characters talked when things would happen, like just as generally roaming and stuff. I like that part of it at least.
That's
I
pretty
know it's probably
interesting.
just me though, but yeah. So
Oh
Travis
no,
voiced
okay,
that
now I
character.
remember. I'm starting to remember now. So
Yeah,
like at the very end,
yeah, that guy.
he was
So
like the
Travis,
he was like he was like fat and he's the one who, like tortured people.
yeah, that guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember it now.
So that's Travis, and then I believe Liam O'Brien, who is also one of the cast members, voiced the guy that was alongside him. Wait, no, sorry, that was Logic. The rapper Logic voiced that character. I forgot about that.
Uh
It's
huh.
so weird. And
A
then Matt
weird
Mercer.
cast.
It's a weird cast. And then Matt Mercer, uh, who is like this really big voice actor. He does the voice of McCree for Overwatch and a bunch of other stuff. He
Yeah,
did the voice of the main leader of that group of people at the end when they were leaving. Uh, Ellie, she's like, where's Abby and everything. The guy's like, oh, she's down in the courtyard. Just let
that's
us
Matt
go and
Mercer.
everything. That's Matt Mercer.
That's
It's
Matt
really
Mercer.
it's really small roles, but I like that a bunch of the critical role cast got used. I don't know. I just like seeing them do a bunch of stuff together.
Yeah.
Sadly, they were also in the new Avengers game.
Yeah. I mean, the
Lord,
Avengers voice acting wasn't that bad.
no, yeah, the voice acting wasn't bad, but the script that they were given was horrible. It was so
It was a
cringe.
stinky pile of dog crap.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, Travis played Thor, and Laura Bailey played Black Widow.
Cool.
Dude, they got AAA voice actors for that game, but they couldn't even give them good lines. They got fucking Nolan North and all the big guys.
Oh well, they spent all their money for voice actors instead of writers. That's just what happens.
If only they'd written a better fucking game. Instead of
Yeah.
every single part of the game was just a capture the flag, King of the Hill style of play.
Yeah. Apparently that game was better than the new Watch Dogs when they came out.
Oh, Watch Dogs Legion, where you
Yeah,
can
I
play.
did not hear very good things about it.
Didn't they say like there's like fucking 1,000 playable characters or something?
I don't know. All I know is that the people who played it did not like it very much. Said it was boring.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. I
After
mean, what
Watch
happened
Dogs
to
1,
AAA title games, man?
I don't know. After Watch Dogs 1, it just felt like the game went really like out like somewhere else, you know?
Yeah. I mean, even Watch
Like,
Dogs 1 wasn't that great.
no, it wasn't. But you know, it was unique, but then the second game just wasn't like it didn't feel the same.
I like the concept,
Yeah.
but I don't know. The
Not
execution
the
was a little weird.
execution.
Yeah. There just wasn't a lot of things to hack. There's
Man.
like 5 things that you could do with your phone. It was pretty bad. Anyway, though, do you know that Marvel's Avengers it's like pretty much dead now, right?
Oh yeah.
There's like no one playing it anymore and I didn't even know it was supposed to be a live service games
Yeah,
before
it's
people were like, "Oh, it's dying."
apparently it was supposed to be like the new Destiny where they were gonna release content all the time and stuff, but then it didn't get enough of a fan base to actually get that to happen.
Yeah, I didn't know it was supposed to be like that. I thought it was just a single player game.
Yeah, I don't like that they make you have to wait to play multiplayer though. You have to get to like a certain part of the campaign, which again is my problem with fucking the
GTA?
GTA. God damn it.
Dude, do you need to explain yourself for GTA? Huh?
I hate that so much.
Okay, so just for context, we were going to play a GTA, or I was going to record a GTA game session with James here, but he
Last
couldn't
night,
finish the prologue to play online.
you
So
know,
I was
every
like,
time I
okay.
got to the cart scene, it would drop me into a loading screen
Oh
that
yeah,
never
sure,
loaded.
sure.
Literally had no problem playing any other game. I played a couple other games since then and everything. I played Payday with you, and
I'm sure you have the highest score in Tetris or whatever. Got that high level in Candy Crush.
dude, I can't. I won't. I mean, not that I won't, but I'm getting nonstop ads for Candy Crush, and I don't know why.
Really? I haven't got any ads for Candy Crush.
Dude, so on Spotify, I'm listening to the Magnus Archives podcast and everything.
Yeah.
And during it, I guess their ads update with like real time,
Real
even
time
though it's like
updates, huh?
Yeah, so it's like an embedded thing, I guess. So every now and then the Acast, which is their streaming network, updates their ads and everything. So I'm getting ones for modern, which freaked me out for a while because I'm like, these came out in 2016. Why are there ads for 2020? But
Yeah.
it's just nonstop Candy Crush ads, and I'm losing my mind having to hear it all the time.
Yeah, I already told you why I stopped listening to Spotify, right?
Why?
Just that one time when I tried listening to our podcast, our D&D podcast, and it played like 30 ads in a row. Yeah, I was just like, I'm not listening to this.
Again, I think that was purely because the one that you were listening to was the broken one, and it just wasn't working because of that.
You know what? I'm sorry, James. Spotify's lost my respect.
No, I understand.
That's a big thing to lose.
I'm not saying. Is it?
No. Spotify would be just fine without me.
Spotify won't live without us.
They're going down the drain. We're the only ones keeping them afloat. So, yeah. How's that Spotify situation like? Didn't you say you had to like get something in order to upload to it?
No, I've fixed that problem so long ago, and I'm so happy about it, dude. I don't even remember what the original streaming service I used was, but they fucking sucked, dude. If you were just streaming on it and everything, and you wanted to have 2 different separate podcasts, you couldn't without buying the fucking $90 upgrade, and it's $90 a month. Oh wait, no, it was like fucking $600 or some shit, but I hated it so much. It was so unnecessary.
Yeah. Profit,
so
man.
I immediately got off of that and everything. And then I started a new subscription with Simplecast where I can literally have the 2 podcasts. I can switch in between them. It feels so much better to use Simplecast than the other guys. This isn't a paid promotion. I want to make that very clear. I just genuinely like this so much more.
Yeah, it's not a paid promotion.
It's not.
But Simplecast, if you want to use it, is a.
If you want to throw like $10 my way, you can use it for as long as you want.
If you use my code 3 fingers up the ass, you can get yourself a free month's pass to Simplecast.
Dude, if we ever, what would our secret code be?
Our promo code?
Yeah, our promo code. I mean,
probably just crapshoot.
You wouldn't want to make a funny name for it.
What name could you think is funny?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I'm not Jay. I don't know if you know, but I'm not funny at all.
I think you're pretty funny. Funny looking.
Oh.
We'll just have the promo code be James. That's the code. Use our code James.
B James.
Yeah, James. For 30% off G Fuel.
James 55. That is James's age. 55.
We're launching a new merchandise brand, James Fuel.
James Fuel.
Comprised of only specialized cocktails straight from the man himself. James, their last name.
It's my bathwater, but nobody wants it. I don't blame them.
No bathwater for us.
If they even try it, I'll kill them, I swear.
Boiled for safety.
You made a serious mistake if you come here for this. Look, I know life's rough, but Jesus Christ, it's not that bad.
It can be that bad.
It could be a lot worse, though.
If you drank it, it'll be that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, finals week is coming up.
Oh yeah, you ready for that?
Yeah. That's it, pretty much. That I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that all?
While everyone's struggling to study and stuff, I've already done it. I've really perfected the art of taking the L. So yeah, all that's left to do is wait.
Wait and watch.
Wait and Wumbo.
Our sponsor code is Wumbo.
Wumbo.
Wumbo James.
30% off those hentai.
Oh, is that going to be our specific sponsor?
Sponsored by hentai, maybe.
Sponsored by Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve,
The
the
love
only
story.
place for family-friendly toys. You want Buzz Lightyear's rocket launcher?
With your special code Wombo James, you can get 30% off.
Just earlier today, I don't know if you've experienced this in your life. You ever have like relatives that you don't see very often, and when you do see them, they're like, "Wow, you grew so much," like during your childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like see them, they're like, "Wow, you're so much taller." Well, that keeps happening to me up to this day. But the thing is, James, I haven't grown a single centimeter in 5 years now. So there's that, and it's just pretty it's pretty deprecating when I meet them and they're like, "Wow, you're so much taller than I last saw you," and I'm like, you saw me last year and I was the same height last year, 7'10". So yeah.
Don't you mean 8'9"?
No, I'm still in my growth period. I'm not as tall as Jeremy from Achievement Hunter.
Dude, he impresses me. He is like my fucking fitness idol, to be fully honest.
Yeah.
His like weight loss journeys are just always insane because I really wouldn't call him fat at any point, but he goes from like having like, you know, some bulk to just fucking
like from chub to
down, super just fucking lean and everything. And it's just so insane because like one day he'll just be posting pictures of him just, you know, all normally and everything. You know, he's got some meat on him and everything.
Him in the off season.
And all of a sudden, just the next post that he makes is just him in a fucking Borderlands cosplay where it's just super just slim, jacked, every muscle is super defined. And I'm like, Jesus Christ,
yeah.
When did this happen?
Photoshop's a bitch. No, I'm joking. I'm pretty sure he puts in that effort.
Dude, he dedicates too.
I don't remember what my fitness model was. Because I remember having one when I first started, but I don't remember it now.
Right now, mine is currently looking at all these pictures of Joe Manganiello. Jesus Christ.
Are you still looking at pictures of Joe Manganiello?
I've only been looking at pictures. Since I brought it up, I've just been scrolling.
I know for sure that it's not my parents that are fitness models for me. Considering that my mother is very overweight and my father's very underweight. Did I tell you how much my father weighs?
No, but I'm a bit afraid now.
He's I think he's hovering around 100 pounds.
Jesus Christ, how big is he?
He's shorter than me.
Oh no.
He's smaller than me. But in my entire life I've never been larger than my mother. She's a tank at I think she's 150 maybe. Maybe it's hovering somewhere around 150. Always complaining about how she wants to lose weight but can't. While she's talking to me with sweet potatoes in her mouth.
Sorry, what did you say? I got a sweet potato in my mouth.
Potatoes don't make you fat.
Sweet potatoes,
I have to listen to that every day. I walk by her and I try to ignore it, but she's just like, I'm like, yeah, potatoes make you fat. And she's like, no, potatoes don't make you fat. And I'm like, potatoes are sugar, they're carbs. And she's like, no, they're not. They're natural vegetables. There's no way you can get fat off them.
That's not how that works.
Shh, don't tell her.
Wait, hold on. This is actually making me a bit upset. Like,
I don't know where the common sense draws.
Potatoes,
it's like they just never went to school. And the thing is, I try not to get tilted at them because they're kind of old now. So I understand why they're so set in their ways. But yeah, they're boomers. So, but every time I try to correct what my parents are saying to me, they always snap back at me like, oh, just Google it, then you'll find out you're wrong. And I'm like, oh man, don't even do that. Don't try and pull the just Google it card on me. Because because it's almost like they're gaslighting me, right? They're like do it, and then like I Google it, I'm like, see, like I'm right, and they're like, ha, I made you Google it.
Hi, dumb bitch.
So like, God damn it, you got me.
Made you learn.
Oh man, you got me. What's your take on overcooked steak? You like it well done?
I've done too many times overcooked steak.
Yes.
My
mother loves it.
I'm not a big fan. I
I'm
used to
not a
think
big
I
fan of
liked
it either.
but I realized I don't like it.
Now, frankly, I would take overcooked, or I'll take well done over rare, but medium rare is definitely my go-to.
The best.
Frankly, though, I don't think my mother understands that the overcookedness of the steak that she cooks can be fixed if she just cooks the steak in less time.
That doesn't make sense. That's not how that works.
What does make sense though is by putting in other ingredients, then maybe the steak will not be cooked over.
No.
Like if you put in ingredients like ginger and and cook it in a wok, for example. Maybe then after you cook it for like 30 minutes, it won't be overcooked. The ginger will magically rehydrate the meat, you know? Not to mention, I mean, she does cook it in a wok, but that's not really the problem. You know, you can cook pretty much anything in a wok, but you know what a wok is, James?
No, I've never heard of
WOK. It's basically this giant metal bowl looking thing. So it's not like a pan, it's a bowl. And you cook and you usually cook stir fry Chinese food in it. So that's not really the problem when you're cooking steak, like, because you can still cook steak in it if you want. It still works. But the thing is, she puts in a lot of water to cook it. And if you know anything about water and soluble things like salt and pepper, did you know that if you put a lot of water and then put the steak that's been salted and peppered into that water, all that salt and pepper will no longer be on that steak when you take it out of the water. So she just like boils steak in a wok. And then after that, she plops it on a plate and she's like serves up, and I have to eat it with like the 7-day-old rice in the refrigerator.
What?
And you know, okay, so
what?
I have to complain about it because it's just I don't know, it just tastes so bad. I can't stand it.
That's monstrous.
Because the thing is, I can, you know what? If I was going to eat, the worst thing I could eat, in my opinion, is bland food, like boring food. Like, because it's not like it tastes like horrible or anything, or has any like horrible taste to it. It's just like overcooked steak. It's dry. There's not much flavor to it. But like eating that for like my entire life is like horrible. I can't, it's like hell on earth. And I'd rather eat something that tastes bad, because at least maybe it'll have flavor to it that I can get used to. Because like I didn't used to like spring onions or like the taste of spring onions, but it's grown on me. Because if there's spring onion in anything, I'd be like, wow, there's flavor. And then when I eat just like gruel, pretty much, it's just like flavorless porridge or whatever that I'm eating like every meal all day. Sometimes, you know, you get a little crazy.
You know, this isn't, I wouldn't exactly call it flavorless gruel, but my dad would always make oatmeal whenever we went camping, and I don't mind normal oatmeal. Yeah. But dude, I have a deep, deep hatred, like legitimate hate for strawberry oatmeal.
Strawberry oatmeal?
Strawberry oatmeal and strawberry oatmeal alone. I have never had oatmeal since my like camping trips when my dad introduced strawberry oatmeal to us. It is literally my least favorite tasting thing ever. It is burned into my memory, and as I talk right now,
it gives you flashbacks.
Dude, it was horrible. Like as a kid, I was a picky eater, but not that picky, you know? Like picky for a kid and everything. Mm-hmm. But I loved oatmeal.
Mm. So you don't have a problem with oatmeal or strawberries, just when they're combined?
Not even that. It's the way that because it's like one of those little packets where it has like the dehydrated strawberries inside it and everything.
Oh yeah.
And then it has like flavoring that comes with it, but it tasted so horrible.
Yeah.
it's like baked into my memory of like, this is the enemy. This is what we hate.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the last thing I ate that I've like deemed horrible tasting, because I've eaten bland food for like the past like 7 months now. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my last thing. I don't remember. I've been trying to tough through this diet that I'm in currently. Because when I was in the dorm, I would go to like the cafeteria and they served me up some like, or I'd order some like my favorite dish was like pasta with like tomato sauce, some sausages and onions and stuff. And I eat that and I'm like, yes, this is some good shit. But now I'm eating overcooked steak. There's no seasonings on anything. I'm eating with rice, which doesn't have a flavor. Not to mention it's old rice, because like we cook like 7 days worth of it, and then whatever we don't eat, we put in a bowl and put in the refrigerator and eat for later. So it's super dry. I'm just trying to get through it. But the thing is, I'm pretty disciplined when it comes to diet, so it's not too much of a bother.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just used to it. So yeah. I don't know. My problem is that like it's not that my mother's incapable of making good food. It's just that she just doesn't want to. And I don't know why. It's like, because like for what, 18 years now, she's cooked basically the same quality of food. I don't remember her food ever being like amazing or having like amazing home cooking food. And it's because I think there's like two reasons as to why. It's number one, she thinks that she's the best cook in the world and everything she eats is delicious for some reason. Well, yeah, 'cause, I mean, she would make her own food, right? And then she'd eat it and be like, this is so good. And I take a bite of it and I'm like, I don't know, I can't taste it. There's nothing in it. It just tastes like blandness. You didn't season it. You boiled it. I don't know. It's not like horrible. I can still eat it. It's just fine. And that's the second reason why I dislike it, is because it's just okay enough that I can eat it normally for an extended period of time, but it's like the bare minimum. It's like a C- dish, and it's like, oh man, it's bad, but you pass, I guess.
Congratulations, you passed.
Yeah, so I mean, I could cook my own food, but then there'd be no job for my mother, because she doesn't do anything but cook. So there's that.
That there is.
Me complaining about eating food.
That is
first world problems. The podcast.
Is that the title of this episode?
Maybe. I don't know. I have to name these episodes some clickbait titles, otherwise it won't get any traction, because people don't want to listen to podcasts about nothing. They want to listen to podcasts flaming their favorite Marvel movies.
Sorry, hold on. I gotta go say goodnight to my dad real quick.
Okay. Does this like every episode. I can't believe it. Absolutely horrible. Like, imagine having a relationship with your parents. Disgusting in my eyes. And now they're fighting or whatever. Probably pull a gun on him. Shoot him in the foot. That was a pretty loud fart. I wonder if I should cut that out. Should I make a mental note to myself later to cut that out? I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just keep it in.
Headphones back on.
Welcome back.
Okay. Could you hear that?
Fart? Yeah.
The fart? Wait, what?
Huh?
Nothing. No,
Nothing.
did you hear me saying goodnight to him?
I heard some mumbles. They weren't discernible, but yeah.
Oh, well, basically he jabbed me in the chest.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, I turned the corner. He was right there, and he's like, "Jesus Christ!" And he just punches. He didn't punch me, but he kind of elbowed me directly in the center of my chest.
Jesus Christ! He like stabs you with like a knife. You're like, what the?
He stabbed
like multiple times. Pulls out his pencil. I'm John Wick.
John Wick.
Yeah.
I had to listen to my favorite podcast today shit all over John Wick.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't like John Wick?
So the podcast Story Break, which is created by Freddie Wong,
Yeah.
and his writing friends who helped him write like Video Game High School and a bunch of the other Rocket Jump stuff.
Yeah. Masterpieces of our time.
Yes. If really they were, and we're never gonna get a season 4, and that makes me sad.
Yeah.
The story ended on a really good note. So, but they on Story Break they take an idea and they make a whole movie based off of it. They just do the basic outline, what they would do it for, and everything, and they're like, yeah, that's the Story Break, and then they end the episode. In this one, they had to do John Wick, and they were all profanely like hating on John Wick, and I'm like, but this is the perfect. It's literally what you guys do, and they're like, it fucking sucked. The story sucks. I don't even understand. I'm like, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I think John Wick's just a fun movie.
Yeah, it's just a fun movie. But they're like, I don't understand how the Continental works. None of this stuff makes sense. The bad guys aren't even good.
The bad guys aren't even good? Yeah, they're bad. They're bad guys.
No, they're like, oh, the bad guys, they're literally just the worst written characters. They're just so lame. Oh, hi, John Wick. I'm such a big fan of you. Fuck off.
Is he talking about the Japanese dude in John Wick 2?
Japanese dude from John Wick 3.
Oh, man, that's awesome. I don't know. I like the Japanese dude. I thought he was funny.
Yeah, I liked him. He was a good comic relief and everything.
Like
he
the
was
scene where he sits down next to John in the sofa, like knee to knee. And then he just looks at him in the face like, I'm your biggest fan. Love your work.
I love that. I don't understand why he was shaving his head though when we came back to him.
Well, because you grow hair still. It's not like he just stopped growing hair when you go bald.
JD, it was like a day though. He
Asian hair grows fast. I'm not gonna lie, James.
No, but JD, when we saw him at the food place on the corner that he was working at, he had like little stubble on his like face and like the hair and everything. Yeah. So he had shaved, and it had been like 3 days. I don't think he grew back enough hair to. I don't know. I just found that really weird, and it's always bothered me.
I'm sorry, James. Are you bald? That's what I thought.
It's time to tell you, JD. I've never had hair. I've always worn a wig.
What? So you're not blonde?
No.
No, I am blonde. But I'm just bald as well. But if I had hair, I'd be blonde.
I'm ginger. That's why my beard is ginger, yet my hair is blonde.
Interesting. Okay. No, speaking of shitting on John Wick, I saw a VTuber clip, an English VTuber clip of someone shitting on John Wick.
When you say English, do you mean British English or American English?
I mean American English.
Okay, good, because I was about to say, like, this is a whole new level then.
Yeah, it wasn't quite shitting on it. It was just giving it, like, an average score, I guess.
Well, that's shitting on it.
Yeah. I think she gave it, like, crap. I don't know who it was. It was the VTuber that looks like, Watson. That's right, Watson.
Who?
You know, the sidekick of Sherlock?
Oh, yeah, I do.
It's themed after Watson. And she was like, yeah, I give the John Wick one like an 8.9 or I mean 6.9 out of 10. And I'm like, that's a pretty low score for a John Wick movie, considering it was the first one.
Oh, well,
and then she gave the second one a lower score. And then the third one, I didn't see the third one clip actually. I just saw the first and second one. But I was like, the second one was like she gave like a 6.6 or 6.8 or something lower than the first one. I was like, I don't know. I thought John Wick 2 is better than the first one.
Yeah, I really only say the only bad part, like legitimately the only bad part I can think of about John Wick 2 is them shooting at each other in the subway. That's like my only thing that I can think is bad.
I love that part. Not gonna lie.
Because that's not how silencers work.
Yeah, I love it.
Those people would absolutely still hear the gunshots, and you can't hide it, but like...
I mean, it is in a loud subway, I don't know, maybe it's possible that they won't hear it. Or maybe they will hear it, but they would just ignore it, because if they did something, they might get shot.
You know, I would say if they were using subsonic bullets, then yes, but that also only properly truly works when you're using a very specific type of silenced pistol, a very like this internally silenced one. It's a really cool looking pistol that if I ever get a gun, it's the one I want to get because it's so nice.
Ooh, I'm not really too knowledgeable about guns.
I'm not either, but this is like the one niche thing about guns that I know is like subsonic bullets and like this very specific pistol. It's so cool.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm geeking out.
No, it's fine. Oh, and I was also watching some videos from this channel called Philmento, and it's yeah, it's like this crap. He's like a foreign dude who makes videos about like Marvel movies and DC movies, or just movies in general, and just critiques them, I guess, and tells them why they're good, or tells us why they're good or bad, and dives into like film methods, I guess, or story methods. And like he reminded me of you because he's a huge DC fan and he likes DC more than Marvel, but all his videos are about how Marvel movies are better than DC movies.
How do you spell his name?
Philmento. So it's film and then ento, ENTO, after film. Yeah, and he compares some DC movies and Marvel movies. I think I saw the one where he's like, how Justice League fails to be like Infinity War or something.
Yeah.
Justice League's like a failure of Infinity War. And he likes the Spider-Man movies.
So what you're saying is he's the complete opposite of me.
No, he's a DC fan like you.
Then why does he?
Well, it's because he realizes that the DC movies are bad. Like Batman v Superman was bad. Suicide Squad was bad.
It was.
Man of Steel was good. He liked Man of Steel.
It was so good, and people shown it because
he said that was the best one in the DCU, I think.
No, I'd still agree that Wonder Woman is. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman was up there too. Yeah, Wonder Woman's good. What else was? What other movies did they make? Didn't they come out with one about Harley Quinn?
Yeah, they did. It was pretty all right. No, I'm not clicking on that link. Whoever you are. I just got a text of an email.
Yeah.
Of like some random link, and I'm like, what even is this? Why would I click on it?
Do it. See what it is.
No, that's like good viruses.
Come on, disregard safety practices online. You know.
But yeah, no, I just didn't click on it. But the Harley Quinn movie, I'll say this: the action rocked. The story was pretty all right. I just wish that a few of the scenes were a bit more serious than they actually were. But it's Harley Quinn, so I wasn't really expecting that much.
Considering the last time you saw Harley Quinn on screen,
she was a good part of Suicide Squad. I liked her.
Yeah.
I like that they tried doing a new thing of Harley Quinn and Joker where it wasn't purely an abusive relationship, that he had some sort of like love for her. As much as he wanted to kill her, he couldn't live without her type of idea.
Batman, you completed it.
You complete me.
What if I kill myself, Joker?
Oh, well, then you don't complete me. That's just kind of how that works,
Well, then you don't complete me. I'll be incomplete.
I will be uncompleto, as you know.
If I try to kill myself, will you stop me?
Of course. You complete me.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Which Joker?
Don't do it. I want to film a scene where like the Batman is like, he's on a ledge and he's about to jump off like a building or something, like, and then Joker comes out of nowhere like, don't do it, Batman. You complete me.
You want to? We can get together and film. I have the mask.
Joker, everything I know is gone. This city doesn't need me. No, Batman, I need you.
Complete me.
You need to complete me. Here, I'll even get you another girlfriend. And her name will be Rochelle. Why do you need to be paid to kill the Batman? Do you do something you're good at for free?
Never do something you're good at for free.
but he doesn't actually want to kill Batman, or does he want to kill? I don't know.
Because he completes me.
God damn it! It's so stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
What other DC movies were there?
There was Aquaman.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I liked it.
Who was the director for that? It was like James Wan. Is that his name?
Director.
Yeah, he loves explosions, dude. I remember watching that movie, and like every scene had an explosion in it as like a transition.
I loved the just like visual effects for. Hold on, I'm about to cough.
I'm about to pre.
No, I really liked the visual effects for it because, like, Ocean Master, his mask was so amazing. Dude, It was so... I love the costumes. Everything about Aquaman was so good. And then Shazam as well.
Oh yeah, Shazam was pretty good, yeah.
We were in Shazam, JD.
Oh shit, you're right, yeah, we were. My child version, your child version.
Yeah, I was the Hispanic kid.
Yeah, you were the buff one, the buff Shazam, and I was the also buff Shazam, but the Asian buff Shazam.
Ross Butler.
Yeah. I could talk to computers. I think that was my power.
Hold on, JD. Your name in my phone, ever since then, has been JD controls computers not.
Really? After we saw the Shazam movie together?
It's always been and never has changed from that.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, your name in my phone, well, your last name is a certain pun that has remained unchanged for quite a long time. Should I mention that our texts about getting ready for the podcast like make no sense?
They make sense.
Like I could like nowadays because I get bored when I'm texting like the same message to you where it's like, when do you have time for the podcast? Now I'm just typing like random stuff, and you just somehow know that what I'm talking about.
Dude, I'm on the wavelength.
Like for example, right? Like the last time, just today, actually earlier today, I was telling James that my classes were finished and I was ready to do the podcast anytime. You just let me know. So I texted him, I'm ready to grab some beans anytime today now.
I'll probably be ready at 6. Cool beans.
Cold beans.
Cold beans. You have to make a cool bean shirt.
Maybe.
I mean, you don't have to. You literally don't have to.
Yeah, I guess not. Wait a minute, I just saw the picture you sent me.
Yeah.
Is that the action figure for him?
Because that was the only picture available of him at the time. Was the action figure.
God damn. I like how in the movie you never actually see him use his power.
You see him shoot lightning.
Well, they all shoot lightning.
No, I know, but I think the thing was that like he was specifically good at shooting lightning, I guess.
Oh, that was hard to tell.
Yeah, I don't think they made it clear that he was just very good with like electricity in general, like with electronics and such. It was just that
it's just
like, yeah, he shoots lightning good.
Yeah, lightning good. I remember watching that movie, and then when he was in his Shazam form, you were like, "Hey, look, there's you, G." And I was like, I knew it was coming, and I was like, "Oh my god, if he says this to me." I remember just like slowly looking at you in my chair. I'm like, yeah.
Technically, Jamie, he is what we say you look like.
Yes, because I am Asian, and everyone knows that all Asians look the same.
You know what I meant.
Yeah.
7 foot tall, super buff.
Yeah, exactly like me.
Exactly. Oh wait, I got the name for your episode. I was in a movie.
I was in the Shazam movie.
Well, don't say Shazam. It's not topical anymore. Just say okay. I was in a movie.
I was in a movie.
like how it's also at the end of the episode in like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah. Sorry to say that for now, no one watches till this point, I think. Except me.
Except me.
But yes, I was in a movie. The Shazam movie.
I was in a TV show, Auntie Donna.
Oh, well. So
my jaw hurts again. Dude, I legitimately enjoy doing this podcast. I just gotta be fully honest. I enjoy doing this podcast with you so much that I laugh so hard my jaw hurts all the time.
You know, like on my end, I don't know if it's just not picking up your laughter or whatever, but it's like what was it? It's like we talk in like the monotone voice for like the last half of the podcast because we're like winding down and it's getting kind of late. But like it just sounds like you're so done with the podcast when the end of it.
I just have to be quiet because as I've talked about before, my dad goes to bed and I try my best not to be loud.
Yeah.
Because I used to do that all the time when I was younger and I'd play video games, is that I would actually have like my headphones on, it would just be super loud all the time. So I tried not to do that.
I used to do that too.
So I'm trying to be more responsible.
More mature, James. Be mature. Don't be 3-year-old James.
That's
the acting of 3-year-old James.
I'm more 12-year-old James. Dude, 3-year-old James woke up and blinded himself immediately.
Dude,
have I ever told you that's what my first memory is?
You blinded yourself?
I blinded myself.
Oh yeah, right. Didn't you say you sprayed something into your face, like cologne, into your eyes? Yeah, you told that.
Bed and everything. Not the bed, the couch, but yeah, I've told the story. It's my favorite thing because it's like, yeah, my first memory was blinding myself in the most painful thing I think I can ever remember.
Yeah, my earliest memory was hitting on girls at the elementary school. Did I tell you that elementary school JD was a player?
It was a Chad.
Yeah, I was an alpha Chad. Up until I think I got put in my place.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
What, James? James, did you do something that you can't hear me?
No. I was like texting you, I was like, uh-oh, I lost audio.
We're back though, right?
We're back.
Okay, I was telling you that elementary school JD was an alpha Chad. until I think I got put in my place.
How'd that work? What happened?
I guess this will be the end story of the podcast, but
yes.
So I was a pretty good, cute looking kid. Like my facial features were pretty good. I was a pretty good looking dude in like first grade. And I remember I sat like across. I think our classroom had a setup where they had like circular desks instead of like the normal high school desks where it only sits one person, but it's like a circular desk that sat 2 people. So I was sitting across from this girl. I don't remember her name, but I just remember that I liked her because she was like hot in my eyes, or I guess she was attractive in my eyes. But like I didn't know how to hit on her. I just cracked jokes at her to see which ones would make her laugh. But then like in recess, I'll be like, "Yo, we should play tag," because my thought process was, in order to interact with the person you like, you just have to touch them, like on the shoulder or whatever, like not inappropriately, because I didn't. Or technically, when I was that young, I didn't have like a sex drive, so all I had was just I want to just touch them or be close to them, and that was the feeling, right? I know it sounds weird. Or I guess it might sound weird.
But, it makes sense in a way.
Yeah, because, well, I don't know. When you were a kid, you didn't know what to do. So we just played tag. But then, like, I think that happened, and, like, I did it with multiple girls because I liked multiple girls in my class. So I played tag together with them, like, as a group. But I think like the 5th grade girls caught wind of what I was doing or something. So like they called me out to like a certain part of the playground. I remember just hanging out with them, and then like these fifth grader girls walk up on me, and you know how like girls mature earlier than dudes, right? And I guess I think I didn't know what I was doing, really, but I think they knew what I was doing subconsciously. So they walked up on me. They're like, "Yo, are you JD?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm JD." And they're like, "Come with us." So like they bring me out to like the field, and like by one of the trees.
They're gonna kill you. Like,
yeah, I didn't know I don't know what was happening. It was, let me tell you, I was kind of scared because I don't know if you know the difference between first graders and fifth graders.
Yes.
It's like a difference of like 2 feet in height, especially with girls because they grow faster earlier. So they take me out to like the field, and I'm like a little bit nervous. I'm like, what? I've never seen these people before, and they're taking me out to a pretty far place from everyone else. And I'm not gonna lie to you, James, I don't remember what happened.
Oh my god. JD, did you get beat up?
No, I've never been in a fight. Or actually, I've been in one fight, but it wasn't actually a fight. It was just me beating someone else.
That is absolutely something you have to talk about last time. I swear to God, if you do not talk about it.
Okay, I'll talk about it after this. So they take me out to the field, and I think I remember what they said to me first, but I don't remember what happened after. They're like, "Hey, you look pretty cute," and I was like, "Huh." And then that's it. I black out after that. I don't remember what happens, but I'm pretty sure all they did was chew me out about like me getting close to, or me like leading on like girls or something. And then that was the end of the conversation. I don't think they got physical with me. So yeah, after that I stopped because I guess I was just scared or something. So then, oh yeah, the fight. It's so weird. Everything dramatic happening in school happened in first grade, and everything else was just boring. Nothing else happened ever.
All of the worst things that have happened to me in a school happened in elementary school.
Exactly. It's so weird. But also some of the best things that ever happened to me was in elementary school. But so the only fight I've ever been in was in first grade. And I remember this, like, there's always like that jerk that like cuts in line in first grade.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When me and you were in school, it was a lot purer and more naive than it is now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what happens in elementary schools now?
No.
Okay, so a little bit of context. When we were in elementary school, no one cursed because cursing was seen as like a horrible thing.
Right.
Hell, at one point, I remember saying the word "freak" because I think I burned myself or something when I bit into this piece of pizza or something. And I was like, "Ow, that freaking hurt!" And everyone looked at me, and were like, "Ooh!" And I realized, and I was like, "Oh no!" And I started crying because I was like, "Don't tell on me, don't tell anyone I said the word freak." So then, yeah. So this elementary schools now, I'm pretty sure they just curse like no one's business. Say fuck all the time, shit, fuck, probably Fortnite dance all the time. Yeah, it's a Mad Max wasteland out there now. But
nay,
yeah,
TikTok.
Listening to the new Cardi B music video. WAP. So yeah, no, I remember this jerk like cutting in line, and no one cut in line in elementary school, but he was cutting in line, and when he got to me in the line, he tried cutting me, and I stopped him, and I was like, "No, you're not cutting me." And he's like, "What'd you just say to me?" And I'm like, "You're not cutting me." And so he's like, "Oh yeah," and he just like starts like like the generic like kid fight where you just swing your arms around like up and down.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like slap fighting pretty much, that kind of fight. He started doing that to me, and I was like, "Dude, are you serious?" Like I remember being in first grade. I was like, he's actually slap fighting me. What is this guy doing?
Man is fighting the words of the sayings.
Yeah, he looked like a pretty tough kid to me, but he just started slap fighting me, and I was like, look at this fool. So I take my fist and I like drive it into his face. Because I've seen like when I was a kid, I didn't really watch like kid shows except SpongeBob. I watched like Family Guy with my father, and in Family Guy, you know how they have a lot of punching.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I should just do what happens in Family Guy. So I take my fist, I drive it into this kid's face, and he drops like a sack of potatoes, right? And I only punch him once because like he drops immediately, and then like he's out cold pretty much. And he's like on the ground. He's like slightly moving around, and like a teacher spots us from like the corner of the cafeteria, and like she rushes over and drags me out, and she's like, don't ever do that again. This is the most horrible thing ever I've seen. And I'm like, oh, that kid picked a fight with me, so I decked him.
Yeah, JD, you were defending yourself against him.
Yeah, I was like, he started slap fighting me, and I punched him.
And I showed him how to really fight.
Yeah, and she's like, even if he did start it, it's not good to fight. You have to come and get a teacher or whatever. And I'm like, okay.
That doesn't do anything to actually help though.
I'm like, okay, that's it.
I had a
I clocked a dude.
I had a very similar experience in elementary school, and I think if I remember correctly, I just punched my microphone.
Yeah, the only thing you punch nowadays are microphones.
Once per episode, I got to do it.
Yeah.
But in third grade, you remember wall ball, right? And how like important it was.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm standing in line for wall ball, and this kid who I remember very clearly, and I became good friends with. He like protected me, but against a bunch of bullies later on and everything. He was a really cool guy afterwards.
Yeah.
But his name was Norvell, and he cut in front of me, and I said, "Hey man, you can't cut." And he's like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go tell a teacher." To which he then swung his arm and socked me in the left side of my head.
Ooh.
And I couldn't hear properly out of that ear for the rest of the day. And it also led to me not being able to hear properly out of it for kind of the rest of my life.
Oh my God.
I told you about how I can't hear as well out of it as my right ear, right?
Damn, dude. So he caused you permanent ear damage?
Yeah, kind of. Because, dude, he hit it like, you know how they tell you not to, like in the slap fights that Critical watches, they say don't hit the ear. Yeah. That's kind of why, because you can like rupture it and basically it causes just horrible damage.
Yeah, permanent damage.
That's like in Sherlock Holmes when he does the whole discombobulate thing. He slaps.
Yeah, he fucks him up pretty much.
Yeah, he hit me directly in the ear with the palm of his hand, but it was a fist, so it was purely just the fucking like the base of it and everything just directly into it. And he was a big kid who could hit hard. Yeah. He wasn't like some like random kid. He was an actual kid who could fight.
Damn.
So I wasn't trying to pick a fight. I was just like, you can't cut in line and everything. Mm-hmm. After that, we became good friends though. He's a very nice guy after the fact.
Oh, okay. So the guy who protected you from bullies is the one who caused you permanent hearing loss?
Yeah.
Best friends forever.
Sadly not. But yeah, Norvell was a pretty cool guy at the time afterwards.
Nice. Yeah, that rings a bell, but yeah. I think part of the reason why I was such an intelligent kid was because I was kind of a player. Because I'm not gonna lie, for like girls to find you attractive back in the elementary school, you had to just run fast or be kind of smart.
Damn, no wonder nobody liked me.
Be smart and funny, pretty much. Man, such simpler times. I remember that one of the girls that I was gunning after, like she couldn't get her computer to work or something, and like she couldn't get into her account or whatever. So it was like a guest account. Everyone used guest accounts to get into computers. So like I was like, oh yeah, let me take a look at it. So like I look at the computer, and I just do like the basic troubleshooting. I like try doing it myself and it doesn't work. So I unplug it and I replug it in, and then I try doing it again and it works. And she's like, wow, thanks. But the teacher comes over and she's like, what'd you just do? And I'm like, oh, I fixed the computer. And she's like, what do you mean fix? You're not supposed to touch the computers. Don't touch the sockets and stuff in the computers. It's dangerous. And I'm like, all right.
I know what I'm doing, son.
I know how technology works.
I know more than you.
Technology. So yeah.
In that same year, I think it was either that year or second grade, uh, I do think that I have developed like a kind of reason for a bit why I'm dumb. Like,
So we went opposite directions.
yeah. So I think I got in a lot of fights in third grade, and I can honestly tell you, I don't know why I really did. I never like instigated them, but I always was a part of them just
So you were just
involuntarily.
unlucky.
Yeah, I was a very unlucky one. But this kid, Philip, I remember his name very clearly because every day for recess we would run out to the playground, and I'd always go to the car part of it at the bottom where it had the steering wheel, and I'd
Yeah.
always play on that because for some reason I had this like weird obsession with like playing on that one specific part. And
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't that fast, but I was faster than Philip. And every day he would come up to me and tell me that I can't be there because it's his turn. I'm like, but it's kind of the rules of the playground. You got to get here first.
First come, first serve.
Yeah. So one day when we're running out, Philip's right behind me. He grabs me by the collar of my shirt,
Yeah.
yanking backwards, which kind of like chokes me and throws me to the ground.
Yeah.
Running, and he gets in front of me, but I still beat him to it because he's not very fast. So Philip starts yelling at me, so I'm going to get a teacher to like get him like removed and everything from the playground because he's like being very violent.
Yeah.
And because of this, Philip picks me up, lifts me over his head, and drops me on my head.
What the heck? So he just freaking banes you? He like Dark Knight banes you? Oh my god.
Throwing me directly onto my head, and JD, I passed out for 30 minutes.
You're really?
Yeah.
My god.
And I just remember waking up in like not the nurse's office.
Yeah.
But like no, I think it was the nurse's office, and it was connected to like the dean's area. Because then I got there, and like a bunch of kids were coming in and giving their statements, and I'm like, this is so serious, but I can't pay attention because I just want to fall asleep.
Holy crap! And then like the teacher's like smacking you. She's like, "Hey, don't fall asleep. Don't go to sleep.
Don't fall asleep." And I'm like, what's happening?
Stay awake. Stay awake.
My friends Taylor and a couple other kids that were playing not volleyball, but like the one on a string and it goes around in circles.
Oh, tetherball.
Yeah, tetherball. They're playing tetherball. They saw it happen. They're like, "Holy shit! What did you do?"
Oh my god! You freaking bodied that kid.
Yeah, and from then on, I was just always a bit slower than usual.
So, yeah, that's so weird, man. I don't know. I don't have that many conflicts I didn't have that many conflicts in elementary school. It was just that one guy at the cafeteria. And looking back at it, I might know why now.
Why? What did you do?
Well, considering that I was a player, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I was among the top 10 of the fastest kids in the school. Of like, because you know how we have that punch card, where you run like a lap around the field and you get punched on like this card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like when you have as many punches as you can on a card, you prestige to like the next card.
Prestige.
And I think I prestiged the last card. They didn't have any more cards for me, so I and I did that all in like a week. So I was a really fit runner. So number one, I was a very physically fit kid. So that's like a bully deterrent automatically because no one wanted to mess with me, especially after they saw me deck that kid. And also I was kind of funny and charismatic, I guess. So they really wanted to be friends with me instead. And then also I got all the girls. And so the dudes wanted to be friends with me so they could also be friends with the girls. And I remember, do you remember Paul Sean? A kid named Paul Sean?
Yes.
You know that he's now like a giant, right? He's like a baseball. He still plays baseball, but he's like a giant now.
No, I didn't.
Yes, well, I heard that when I was in the because I he has a sister, right?
Yeah.
Brooklyn, I think her name. I don't remember her name actually. Sorry. But when I was working in the theater, I met her actually like all those years later, and she recognized me like instantly. And the thing was, I don't think Brooklyn really liked me in elementary school. Mostly because she was just a sister of my friend, so I didn't really get along with her. And also, she's now like significantly taller than me. I'm not gonna lie, she's like 6'5" or something. She's like 6'2". She's really tall because they come from a tall family.
Right.
Yeah, but we're on good terms now. But back then we weren't really. But Paul Sean, dude, you know how he was like a bully, right?
Yeah.
He was like the bully in school. Did you also know that I was best friends with him in school?
Jesus, GD.
I'm not gonna lie. I never bullied someone in school. I never physically bullied him, or I never physically bullied anyone else or participated in the bullying. I was just friends with the person who did do that. And he never bullied anyone in front of me, which is why I didn't know that he was a bully until someone else told me. And it was also another one of my friends, because he would bully my other friends. Yeah, so there you go. I was friends with like the number one bully in school. So there you go. It was a pretty good bully deterrent since he was the bully and I was friends with him. He's a great guy now though, I'm pretty sure.
Real Norvell situation, I see.
Yeah, real honest guy. Yeah. Wish the best for him. Anyway, should we wrap it up now?
Yeah, probably. It was probably really good to leave on that note, though. It was a bit sincere for us, huh?
I don't know. Just reminiscing on childhood stuff?
I wouldn't say reminiscing as much as fearing the memories.
Well, fearing for you. Me, it was a pretty good time. Not gonna lie.
I suffered brain damage.
I was on the top of the food chain right then.
I was literally at the bottom.
Yeah, so that's it, I guess. If you've enjoyed, like and subscribe. The subscribe button is just down there. It's red. You can click on it. It's free. There's
Honestly,
also a bell. What's up?
Oh, I was gonna say, if you guys aren't subscribed, absolutely do subscribe. JD is such a funny guy, and like I said earlier, I enjoy doing these podcasts so much because he's so funny to do these with. He's really awesome.
Thank you, James.
He's got great.
Unironically, that's very nice of you to say. If you enjoyed it and you want to give us more motivation to do these ones, you should subscribe.
This is a really long one, huh?
More subscribes don't count. Yeah, it's been an hour and 30, I guess. It's been a longer one. Just because the last topics were kind of interesting, I guess. But yes, that's it. I'll see you next Sunday. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye, Mitch.